What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Today's episode, we take a look at the LPD Embers. Now, this is a really, really good pedal of mine. I've had it for a while. Mine is from the first run of the Embers, back when it was just a limited release. Mine is actually from the second batch. I think it's now a permanent pedal in his lineup. Lawrence has got several great pedals out there. The 68 Deluxe, I have the 74, 74, what was it called? The 74 Limited of the Halloween one. Looked really cool. I've also got the Mach 2, the Mach 1, and the Dutch Squared. But the Embers is by far my favorite pedal that he makes currently. Mostly because it is a Klon style pedal, but the way he did it was brilliant. So Klons, just most people know gain, tone, and output. They have that beautiful hump and that mid-tone, and then they tend to kind of roll off the low end, but a lot of times they roll off too much low end, in my opinion. And of course, depending upon the amp. So I figured I would use my Embers, it's not new, with my Friedman Runt 50. I think those two kind of pedals, or that style overdrive and pedal, goes really good with that style amp. It just has that sound that I'm kind of looking for. And the biggest thing that I like about the Embers is the active bass control. So at noon position, the bass control, it is out of the circuit. I've reached out to Lawrence just to clarify all of this and to talk about his new one that's out, which is the 2024 edition. So it does look different than mine. Mine is the silver, raw silver sides, as you can see here, with a black faceplate. The current one, or the new one, is kind of like a reddish color with gold accents. It's kind of like an inverted color scheme from the gold Klon Centaurs. But anyways, so at noon, for the purists out there, the noon position on the bass is 0. It's not boosting or cutting anything. I typically tend to boost my low end just a little bit with my K-style overdrives. The treble circuit is kind of standard to the tone. It's just kind of how it is. As long as this is in the noon position, it is not doing anything on the bass side. Then, of course, your gain control, the more you dial it up, the more gain you get, but it also has that nice blend of that clean signal. That was kind of the key trait for a Klon style pedal, and then your level is your overall output. So with that in mind, I'm going to use my 2022 Paul Reed Smith. It's my Amethyst Burst. Love this guitar. Absolutely beautiful, as you can see in that light. It's got some wear in it. You can kind of see some of the scratches and whatnot. But it's just a beautiful guitar. We have very low output pickups. The neck pickup comes in somewhere around 6.7, and the bridge pickup is coming in at about 7.2. Very low output. These are the PRS 5815 LTs. So these are very low output pickups. But they just have the thing, so to speak, for the low output stuff. Probably going to swap them out just because I like a little more output. But anyways, enough talking, more sounds. Let's go. one thing that I love about this particular pedal is I can get it at unity at just above the 9 o'clock position. The tone is at noon, the bass is at 0, so it's out of circuit. So as you can see, as I'm turning it on and off, I mean, there's no color change. It sounds perfect. And we'll do some just kind of playing around, and we'll mess with it, and then we'll get back to it at the end. All right, there you go, you guys. That is the Embers Overdrive. Yeah, it's an incredible overdrive, dude. It really is. So comparing it to the new one that's out, and I reached out to Lawrence to kind of confirm this, just because I didn't want to speak wrong about his new stuff. So the new pedal has some slightly different internal components. Maybe it's supply and demand, you know, something like that. I don't know. So internally, there's a different capacitor inside, and the foot switch is different. So as you can see, it's a soft touch. However, on the new one, when it's unplugged, it will actually remember this last state that it was in. So if you had it on and you unplug the power or whatever, you plug it in, it remembers the last state that it was in, which is cool to know. This one doesn't do that. It's not a big deal to me. I'm not terribly worried about it. But overall, it's the same pedal. So new aesthetics, new cosmetics, whatever you want to call it. And then an updated foot switch. Otherwise, the tone stack and everything, that's the way the pedal is designed, is essentially the same. So that's good to know. Obviously, I'm a collector. I like to collect different things. I'll probably end up getting one of the newer ones just for the look, because that's what we as guitarists do. We buy things with our eyes and not our ears. Anyways, that's the Embers, man. It is a great pedal. Check them out. Lawrence, or it's lpdpedals.com. Anyways, tell me in the comments below. See you in the next one.